There we go. That's not it. What the hell? Okay, we have audio and video. That is always nice to see when the YouTube app is actually working properly. So yeah, welcome back to the channel, my friends. I hope everybody is, safe and well. Um, we're going to do a little bit of a impromptu stream this fine evening. It is Monday for me at the moment here in Ireland. So I thought it might be, I don't know, I thought it might be fun for some people, maybe interesting, maybe to show people how much of a, how easy it is to screw up mods and converting mods and updating mods, that type of thing. Um, when I first kind of got into the modding side of Farming Simulator, I always wondered, you know, converting mods from 19 to 22. I was thinking, geez, how hard can it be? You know what I mean? But it is actually quite hard, and especially if you're creating a mod from scratch, as in Blender, actually, designing a mod, it can be, it's quite complex, and there's a lot of technical skill involved, and there's a lot of artistry as well. Because a lot of times, modders, um, depending on what they're making, of course, they may not have access to 3D CAD files from the manufacturers. What they would do is they would look for maybe pictures on the internet or videos or whatever and that type of thing. So let me give you an example of some of the kind of the stuff that let me just bookmark this first. So let me give you an example of for example, the modding process for the Winter Machinery pack that MyGameSteam made. So this is the Winter Machinery pack. All right. So this is a little pack of uh, Winter Machinery are a UK company. I contacted Winton Machinery in the UK, and I explained what we intended to do. We showed them like early Blender renders of the models that we intended to work on, and we gave them a list of what we intended to make in Farming Simulator 22. So basically, we actually got written permission from Winton Machinery to make this mod pack, right? So there's various pieces of equipment. You have the trailer, you have the little topper mower, the weight, the rake and that type of thing. The bale spike. So basically, MyGameSteam, we didn't have access to any CAD files from Winton Machinery. So how were we able to make this? Well, basically, we just looked online. We looked at real world pictures and videos and that type of thing, and we looked for there are online websites that sell parts for these particular pieces of equipment. So we were able to find all the various parts for sale for these, for this trailer. You know what I mean? And by look for parts, we were able to get pretty good, resolution images of individual pieces and parts, maybe stuff that you wouldn't necessarily see from, would say, an ordinary picture and that type of thing. So basically, in MyGameSteam, he was able to recreate very, very accurately the real world piece of equipment using pictures and videos and that type of thing. So it's a quite involved process, and it is complex, and there is a level, there's a technical aspect to it, and there's would say an artistic part of it as well. You have to have a creative mind. You have to be able to translate what you see in a picture into a 3D model in Blender. So we have MyGameSteam has a Discord channel, and someone was asking about this particular Mini Cooper. So it was already converted to 22 by MyGameSteam. So they were wondering about So this is simple IC at the moment, and people wanted to convert it to interactive control. So I'm gonna take a look at the mod here. I'm gonna take a stab at it myself. Probably won't be very successful, but we'll try it. So I'll kind of give you an idea of how I update kind of some of the the mods. So generally what I do is I have my own kind of way of doing things. And so the first thing I do is I run through Giants Test Runner. Now there probably won't be a lot of talking from me because I'll be kind of focusing on what work needs to do. So just be reminded of that. So yeah, it probably won't be a very interesting stream, I guess. There's not going to be a lot of action or actual modding and stuff like that. So here's the Giants Test Runner results here for the mod here. It's a pretty clean mod, as most MyGameSteam mods are. So it's missing mipmaps, right? So that's very easy to do. Okay, the mod description is out of range, so you have to update it to 80. You have to update the mod icon here as well to Giant standards. Down here then you have an unknown shader, so this is going to be what, the vehicle shader from FS19. So I'll look at that and see, can I fix this? I'll show you how kind of I do it. It's not always successful though. Sometimes when I try to change the vehicle shader, I end up breaking the mod. And then we have some material stuff down here as well. So here is the mod. Okay, so you see the file structure here, right? You have scripts, you have sounds, you have textures, you have the i3D file, you have these pieces here, the mod icon, the store icon, the brand, the mod description, right? So if I go to scripts, so it has vehicle shader, no scratches. Okay, so this is a custom script for Farming Simulator 19, right? Now, I would need to keep that for the moment because it's actually linked in the i3D file. So one of the first things that I would do here is, as I said, I tend to do my own thing with the mods. I have my own kind of way, the way I want the file structured, the way I want the XMLs to look and that type of thing. So I would go, first of all, I want to change the name of the brand here to brand mini. Okay. So this is 512 by 256. This is what Giants require for the brand DDS. Okay. So typically this would be I'm going to turn down that volume there. Sorry about that. Let me turn that down and turn it off. So typically this would be DXT5 with no mip maps. Right. So BC3 linear DXT5. No, I don't need to do this because it's already been done by MyGameSteam, but just for the purposes of the stream. Okay. So you do that. And then generally what I tend to do is I move it into the textures folder. So you've got the mod icon and the store icon. Now you have to rename the mod icon to icon mod because that's the way the ModHub guidelines. So Giants have guidelines for ModHub, rules, right? So you have to kind of adjust things according to the the rules. So that if you Giants Developer Network. Giants Developer Network. Okay. So obviously you have to register, right? So there are all various. These are for modders, for tools for modders. Documentation. They have a forum, obviously. They have all downloads and stuff like that. So you can download, so like here, look, the latest downloads. You have Studio, Blender Exporter, Icon Generator, that type of thing, Test Runner. So they have a whole bunch of tools that you can download for modders, especially if you're submitting stuff to the the mod hub, right? So here it says store icon, so I probably rename this to store mini, and then you move that in there as well, right? So here then I kind of tend to I tidy up. I'm very OCD about my XML, right? So I tend to tidy up the XML to the way I kind of want it, if that makes sense. All right. So you have the MGS Mini and you have the Mini Cooper. Now you can see the image here. It's this logo.dds. So I have to rename this, right? So you have the textures folder, and then you have to rename this so it knows where the textures brand mini.dds. No, you idiot. Brand mini. Okay. Now you can, instead of DDS, you can put png.png if you want to. It will recognize it no matter what, you know. DDS or PNG will be fine. Giants, you know that the Giants guideline 7.4 basically state that you put in PNG, you know, but I just put in DDS because this is a non a non mod hub mod. So you can see the way the mod description is kind of formatted here. You know, everyone has their own particular way they want to do how they structure their XMLs, right? Excuse me. So I have my own way that I like to do it, right? So this is kind of how I like to do things here. So I normally move the icon down here under multiplayer, right? Now I have to rename this as well, okay? So you have to map this correctly as well. So textures. And then icon mod, right? Because I've moved it into the textures folder, so you have to, you know, you have to remap it, as it were. 1 second there, guys. I need to cough. Right, so that's done. You take this out at the top here as well, right? Because you don't want duplicates, obviously. So we have the store section here. I tend to prefer to put this down at the bottom. So copy that. I usually put it down at the bottom here. I mean, as I said, there's you can do it any way you want, you know. This is just the way I like to do it. And you delete that section there. So you have the Mini Cooper S 1965. You have the so the mod desk version is 64 at the moment. So the current version is 80. Now, since I'm updating to version 1.1, I have to change this to 1.1. So MyGameSteam has various information here. I don't know if I'm going to change this or not. I probably would. I mean, I know there's a little bit of a description here about the vehicle, right? So what I'm going to do is, as I said, I do my own thing, right? So MyGameSteam, he doesn't have to accept this. He can change it back to, you know, whatever he wants. But I kind of do my own thing here, right? So I'm going to take this out. Okay. So then I put the Mini Cooper here. So there's a number of symbols here as well. See, these are special symbols. This kind of arrow. Giants don't accept those symbols. So you need to take these out. So you have add-ons. So add-ons, I would probably change to options, as in shop options. And then I would put back in the that there. So I'll probably change this as well. I'll probably rename this stuff as I go along. So then we need a section for interactive control, because eventually we're going to move it over to interactive control, obviously. So I do like that, you know. So I have have it all kind of in place, and then we do credits. Okay, so we kind of leave it like that. So what would I put in credits? I don't know. If you're using a prefab, you know, you'd put in the. So for example, you could put in. We're using giant software, tools and everything. So you, you kind of credit giants, mini, that type of thing. So you whatever. If I was using a prefab from the mod hub, I'd put in the name of the person who made the prefab and that type of thing in the credits section. Right. So you've got interactive control. So you've got the specs up here. Now they'll all have to be redone, of course. See, 130 kilometers an hour, rear wheel drive, body color configuration. So I'm going to move these down. They're part of the shop options. So eventually I'll put in all the specs here. The weight of the vehicle, the diesel capacity, all the price of the vehicle, So you have, max speed, price, weight, diesel capacity, and so on, right? So once we get into game, we'll fill out more of this kind of information and stuff like that. So, I don't remember what this mod, the specs of this particular mod is. So I just put a few little things there and just kind of do that. So you'll fill in the blanks eventually. You know what I mean? With all the various information and that type of thing, and you will read. You'll keep changing things as you go along. So then under here, then I have to put in the change log, otherwise there'll be an error. So see 1.1.0.0, and then underneath there, like that, right? So in the change log, added support for interactive control. The vehicle years support. Update mod description to 80. Remove all legacy FS19. So that's some kind of the kind of preliminary information. D&H, how are you, sir? How are things? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that, sir. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Haven't seen you in a while. So yeah, look, this is kind of just preliminary stuff. You know what I mean? There's going to be spelling mistakes, and I'm going to change the kind of the formatting of the text and that type of thing. I'll move stuff around and I'll add things. So it's just kind of just to get it basically down. You know what I mean? Just to kind of get it in kind of the right look, as it were. So for down here, for example, right? So normally what I do, right? So I'm going to create a new folder here, right? And we're going to put XML. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the Cooper into the XML folder, right? Then we have the sounds. See that? It's a sound. I'm going to rename this to sounds. And then I'm going to move that into the XML folder, right? Now that I've done this, right? Now I need to change the mapping here because it just says Cooper XML. So now I have to go XML Cooper XML, right? So you have to keep the file paths correct. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Otherwise, you'll obviously get errors. Now, in the Cooper, for example, right? You see how down here it says under base, right? Oh, God damn it! God damn it! Okay, under base it says file name Cooper.i3d. So I'm gonna put this. Do I need to move that? No, I don't. I'm going to leave that alone because there's nothing else here. So it's under sounds. You have file name, you have sounds, and then sound XML. So I need to remap this and rename it. So we're going to XML and then sounds. Right. So the mapping then is correct. All right. Now, once again, I'm very OCD and anal about how the XMLs look. Right. So I'm going to be making changes here. For we have the see it says under store data. It says the Mini Cooper 1965. See, this is a common mistake with modders, and I don't understand why they do this. Right under brand, right? It will show up as a Mini, right? So if you go in game, right, it's going to display Mini Cooper S 1965. I'm going to leave this alone, right, and I'm going to show you that, right, right. This is one of the things that pisses me off about some of these mods, and I just don't understand why modders don't change this. But I mean, that's probably just me being anal and stuff like that, you know. So under here, then we have the image, right? So I need to change the mapping for this. T-E-X-T, T-E-X-T-U-R-E-S, and we'll go store Cooper, or is it store Mini now? It's store Mini. Right, so that's the mapping for that done. Right. So eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to tidy up this XML. Right. As I said, I have my own kind of obsessive compulsive way I like to do these XMLs. So so the mod description is out of range 64, now it's 80. I've done this, so this now will be clean. Watch this now, right? If I put it through again. No, Richard, you idiot. Right, let me just delete these here, right? Now let's run it through again. Right. So you see that? See the way the log is now cleaner now? Look. So the other errors are not showing up. Now see all the mini maps here? Right? Or missing mip maps. Okay. So now this is a long process, right? This will take time. So this is going to be boring for people. So just be aware of that. So you've got your textures here. You've got your clear gas O3. You've got your pickup 2014 wheeled specular. Is that from Farming Simulator 19? Farming Simulator 19 data vehicles lizard. Where's lizard? Pickup 2014. It is, look. See that? So the two of them are there. Now I'm wondering if the pickup 2014 is on the mod hub, because if Giants updated the pickup 2014, there may be a VMask available for that. 2014. So it's going to be under cars, isn't it? Lizard. Yeah, I don't. Giants for some reason did not. They didn't put the pickup 14 in 22 for some reason. I don't know why they didn't do that. They have a couple of new cars for 22, and they didn't bring forward, you know, the other ones. Not quite sure why they didn't. So where is the pick of 2014 from Giants? I know someone converted it because I've seen it before. It's not that, is it? It's not the farm mods. It's not that one. It's definitely not any 82 Studio stuff. I really thought someone had converted that. So in the base game, Tony, it's not there, look. So if I go to local disk, farming center data, vehicles, down to lizard, lizard. So we have the pickup 1986 and we have the pickup 2017. They didn't update it. So no, the files are completely different, look. So all the VMasks, everything are totally different. So they have the 1986 and the 2017 for 22. But for Farming Simulator 19, they have the 1978 pickup and they have the pickup 2014. They were not brought forward by Giants for some reason. I don't know why. I do know that someone has made a mod of it. But for the life of me, I can't see it. That's the 2017. That's not it. Is it this? It is. Look. Here it is. Look. Now if I download that, so this is from Adams Kong, right? I just want to see, did he make a VMask for that? Updated the mod with a VMask, or did he keep the specular? He didn't. Look. It's still a specular. See that? So yeah, it wasn't updated. So I'm just going to have to keep what's already there. So we have the pickup 2014 specular. So again, this is how I would do it. Okay. I would rename that. The wheel specular. Okay. Now I have to see. Now these probably do have bitmaps on them, but just in case they don't. So there's no transparency in this particular DDS file, right? So you'd save it as DXT1 with bitmaps. Okay. Now you need to do the same with that one as well. Okay, now that I've done that, so there's the wheels, there's that one. We have the clear glass. Now this is transparent. So that's what a transparent kind of file looks like. You can kind of see the background of it. Right, and you have to save this as DXT5. So this is used for the glass, the window type stuff. So you have the main, and then you have the dirt. Now, so how would I do this? It's a good question. How am I going to do this? Normally, I prefer to have everything under textures, right? So basically, all my my speculars or normal maps, or my texture files would be in this kind of main folder. I don't particularly like to have subfolders like this, but some people do. It depends the way people want to do it. So for me, because of the way this is set up and to make it easier for me, the best way I can do this now is move it into the main. Right, so I can, now I'm going to have to move these again. Look, will I leave them or move them? Hold on a second. I don't know how I'm going to do this. All right, and then I copy these. I put these in here. All right. So eventually we'll be left with the brand, the icon, and the mini icon, or the store icon. So now I have to add specular or mip maps to these. and go back to DXT1. So these are the dirt and wears. So GenWear Dirt 2 is kind of it's a very, very generic dirt and wear mask. This is for glass. See this one, the glass dirt thing. Is that in? That looks familiar. Let me see if that's in the base game assets. I think it is. It's not. Okay, so that's an asset from 19. You could remap, I guess. Could I remap this to the window specular in this one, or the window VMask? I guess it depends what you want it to look like. I don't know. So I've done those two. I've done that. They're all done. So now I have to go through each one of these. So this is what a DXT5 looks like. Look, so you have this is a normal map here, right? And then you have the transparency here. All right, so you have to save this as a DXT5 with mipmaps. Okay, generate mipmaps. So basically you have to go through every single file and generate mipmaps for everything. Okay. So eventually, once we do all this kind of process, all of your test runner log will be a lot cleaner after this process, but it does take a lot of time. So have I done this one? I don't know if I have. I'll do it again just in case. We move down to these ones down here. So that one's fine. We don't have to look at that one. So we need to do this one. Okay, so I'll just do the some of them, so you can kind of see the reduction in the amount of test runner errors, I guess. Right. So we'll just do the transparency ones first. We'll do these ones. Okay, we have to do this one as well. Look, so that there's a transparency there. So you can see the background of it. Do the ridges because that one has a transparency as well. Look. So if you were to save them in the wrong format, I mean, the Giants test runner log will tell you if the files are in the wrong format. You know what I mean? If you do, make a mistake or whatever. Do this one here. So that's a DXT1. See, there's no transparency in this, look. Okay, so we'll leave that one alone. Is there anything in this? There is, look. See that one? And there should be one in this as well, right? Yeah. Should be one in this. See that? Transparent. This one as well. This should be the last one. On the DXT5s at least. Is that it? So that's the underneath. I see that. So that's the underneath of the car here. So that's kind of how it kind of looks and that type of thing. Now we'll run it through again and see if I've broken anything, which is highly likely, knowing me. Missing mipmaps 12. 0 errors found. So you can see the number of mipmaps has now reduced. Look. All right, we'll go down here. So I've got a number of unused files because obviously I've duplicated I've duplicated the files, right? See that? So eventually this will all disappear once I remap. Now we move over to we do the DXT1 next. So this is a DXT1, right? So there's no transparency in the background. And you have to change it over then to DXT1. Generate bitmaps. Most of those values I don't touch because I don't understand a lot of them. I just hate DXT5 or DXT1, and you kind of get used to what type of files are needed and stuff like that. I think I missed this the last time, so I'm gonna have to do that one as well. And then we go back to DXT1. So you just keep going through it until you get your log, clean. We've done those two already and get these three here. These are the glass. Now this one is in 19. Oh, I want to show you this. All right, watch this. So this is kind of the stuff you kind of learn as you're kind of doing the modding process and you're looking at other mods. Now I want to find that bloody thing. I think that's in the base game. That thing. Assets, lights, lizard. So I'm looking for that circle thingy. So I have seen that bloody thing before. Let's go back. See here, look. Here it is, look. Now, they may not be the same. We'll check them out. Let me get rid of this. So they're not the same. Look, they are different. See that? The design of them are different. Okay. So we don't need to look at that anymore. But what I tried to do is I tried to look for duplicate files, base game files that I can remap to and stuff like that to save file size. So for example, if there was a normal map that was in the base game in 22 or a specular map or whatever, and they were also present in this folder here, what I would do is I would remap it in Giants Editor to try and reduce file size. Because why would you want to have two of the same files when you can? Why would you want to use a file that would say this image here, this normal map? Why would you want to use this when you can just use one that's already in the base game? You just remap it in Giants Editor. And that way you save file size. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of files that are involved. Lots of normal maps. So this is the dashboard, look. That type of thing. So there's a lot of stuff that's involved, and MyGameSteam, he made all this stuff from scratch. You know what I mean? He designed all this stuff. Let's run it through the test runner again, and then we'll see what's left. So we're looking for 0 errors, obviously. So look, we've only got 4 left now. Look, all right. So and we'll just find the 4 when we'll get rid of them. So we have the grill background intercooler. Grill background intercooler. So it's this one here, look. Okay, we save this. DXT1. We have the undercarriage, which is this one here, and that one as well, look. We have the wheel normal. That needs to be done. Now we'll run it through again and see what's left. And you just go through it one by one until you clean the log. So now you can see here there are no more missing bitmaps. So it tests for all the modules. Look, DXT check, bitmaps, texture check, i3D check, mod description check, prefab check, vehicle check, slot check. Slot check doesn't really matter because, as I said, this is a non-mod hub mod and it's not for console. So you have the duplicate files here. These will disappear once I remap. So we have the shader. So this mod is using a custom vehicle shader from FS19. So we need to remap those in the Giants editor. And then we have this here as well. So some of these now, this section down here, right, we'll see the uncached material. So it says a used material configuration is not present in the cache and therefore cannot be used in consoles. Now, generally speaking, you can completely ignore these warnings because this mod is PC only and it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Because you don't have to do anything here. But sometimes you can go through these little things, find them and maybe eliminate them one by one. Some of them you can, some of them you can't. It depends on what needs to be done. So what I would do is I would try and find now, one of the things you could probably do here as well is it depends on the mod, but for safety reasons, you create an edit camera, right? So Tony, if you're watching, you know the way the inside cab view goes all screwed up and that type of thing, and the perspective goes all arseways. One of the ways you avoid that if you're doing stuff in Giants Editor is create a camera and then the edit camera, right? So what you have the edit camera here. Now then what you do is you switch to it. Okay. That means by switching to the edit camera, it means that your indoor camera and your outdoor camera are not being messed with, right? So you see your cameras here. So you have your indoor camera, look. So it shows you exactly where the indoor camera is and shows you the angle, look. So that's the way it should be. So when the cameras get screwed up, the camera direction will be the wrong way, or it'll be outside the vehicle, or it'll be up in the air, whatever, right? So each mod has its own setting in terms of how the camera is placed inside the vehicle. You know what I mean? It's specific to each mod basically, right? And then you have the outdoor camera. So you can kind of see the camera there. Now, why would he have the outdoor camera there? Right, so I may have to look at the outdoor camera there. That doesn't seem right, does it? Look. You'd be looking at the arse of the bloody vehicle. I don't know, I might have to look at the outdoor camera there. Right, so let's look for these things here. So under the wheels, where is this? Material name rem2.001. So I'm looking for that. So let's go through these and see if there's anything missing. No, actually, you know what? Let's so he's got, oh, look at this. Okay. Main wheel normal. So under here, so you can see the mapping of this here, look. So you have the textures, pickup 2014 wheels. So I need to remap that. Right. So here's the file here, right? Now I put it in here and I've renamed it. Remember that? It's wheel specular now. So I need to remap this. Right? And then you save it. Right. So we need to go through these here and see what's what. So this is default normal. So see this, look, it says textures dirt generation dirt 2. Right, so that's the folder it's at. See that it's here. Now I need to remap this as well because I put it into the main folder, look. And here it is. Huh? So I remap that. Save that. Now we look at these. So once again, dirt generation. So each one of these things have to be remapped individually. Okay, and you go through it one at a time. It takes a long time to do this. So I'm just looking at this here and see what that is. Is that a tangent? It is. Okay. So we have to remap this as well. And we need to put a normal map on that as well. So we shared, and we do use the default normal. Okay, let's just check that there to make sure it's okay. Yeah, so you can see that piece here, look. That piece there, okay. So we save that. Take a look at this one. So that's starting to go, look at these. So all these dirt needs to be all remapped once again. Let's check this one. That's dirt as well. That needs to be remapped. We check this one. That's main, okay. Now, sometimes what will happen is, so the left front wheel has been done, right? This one here, right? So there are obviously 4 wheels. I mean, obviously, right? So sometimes what will happen is Giants Editor will actually remap the other wheels. You know what I mean? They'll do it automatically for you, but that doesn't always happen. So what you need to do, you do need to check each individual entry, right? So I need to go through this and make sure that all of them are mapped properly, right? So you just look at it. So everything is in the main. My guess would be that the Giants Editor has now remapped all these wheels, and it does look like it has, right? So let's take a look at this. So no, look, it hasn't been here, right? See this? Main, main, main. Okay, that one's right. So this one, it hasn't been done. So this needs to be remapped as well. So as I said, sometimes Giants Editor will automatically remap the files, and sometimes it won't. You know what I mean? So you have to check each and one individually. That one needs to be done as well. Let's check this one. That one is done. Now, hopefully the other 2 wheels are now properly mapped. So we go through these ones as well and just make sure that they are. Let's take a look at this. Textures main rim logo. Main. So that one is all mapped properly now. Go through this one. Main specular, wheel specular. Check that one, main. The rim logo. Okay, so that's fine. So all the wheels are now done. Now we go back up to the top here, and we need to check and see if there's any scratches or custom XML. So that's a 22 vehicle shader. So we need to find the custom FS19 vehicle shader that it's using, or the shader no scratches. So I don't know which file or which entry here is using it. So you have to go through each individual one. So the wheels are done now. Okay, now the lights. So we look at the lights just to make sure that there's nothing you know, unique or anything. The player route. Let's see if there's anything else here that needs changing. Exit point, trailer attacher, electric back. Electric back in a 1965 Mini? I don't think so. I don't think there was any electric back in 1960 bloody five. There's no way in 1965 would have an electric component in the back. The hell? Got the license plate, the lights. Right, let's tidy up this XML a little bit here. So just to make it easier for me to find things. So we have the lights. We have the light states. We have the lights, real lights, low and high. We have the default lights, the brake lights, reverse lights, turn lights, and obviously some mods would have a vehicle light or a beacon light. Enterable. So this is kind of just this kind of formatting that I do. It just makes it easier to find things. You know what I mean? You have their own little sections, so they're all, you know, it's all kind of separated and formatted. It just makes it easier to find things, basically. Right? You have the fill unit. You have the motorized section here. Right? As I say, I have my own way of doing this shit here. Look. So I kind of do that. So you have the consumer configuration. So obviously this is 1965. There's no, you know, this vehicle would not have a def and that type of thing. So he's got these blocked out here for some reason. Look, so these are. I don't know why he's done this, but I'll just get rid of them since they're not being used for some reason. I don't know why MyGameSteam has done that, but he has. So they don't need to be here if they're not being used. So it kind of, you know, tidies up the XML, makes the file size a little bit smaller. Motor configuration, exhaust effects, dashboard. So you have the animations here. You have the speed display, the loading bar temperature, and then the fuel bar. Suspension. We have dashboard. We have AI. Tension belts. Why would this have tension belts? I don't know why, but it does. Why would a Mini Cooper need tension belts? I mean, maybe just strap it onto the back of a vehicle or something. I don't know. I personally don't see why it would. I'll leave that alone. I'll let MyGameSteam decide if he wants to keep the tension belts or not. So you have foliage bending, you have base material, you have dischargeable. I tend to move the dischargeable up higher up maybe up here. All right. Because I like my base material configurations to be under the base material, this section here. I need to move that out as well. So base material, design material. These are the color options basically in the, you know, the color options. Configuration set. So some of these will have to be moved around here. They're not in the right position. Look. That's going to be a pain in the ass moving that. So you kind of you want all of these kind of in a line. Look. See, moving into the right place again. Most people won't need to do this when they're doing their XMLs or anything. This is just my obsessive compulsive kind of way. You know, I want things to look a certain way. Wearable and washable. You have the i3D mapping down here. So look, there's a little, you just tidy things up, look. All right. Like here, you just want to keep things nice and clean, that's all. So over time, I mean, what'll happen is you'll get used to the formatting of the XMLs, and you'll start to learn what each of these entries actually do. That type of thing, right? So as I said, I like to keep my stuff nice and tidy. I like to have my foliage bending down at the bottom. So we have the wearable. I like to have foliage bending down here, right? And then I like to have my AI down here at the bottom as well. So you delete that. So where's the AI? There's the AI here, look. We must move this down. So most people don't care about this stuff. You don't really need to do any of this. It's just the way I like to do it. That does it matter? No, absolutely doesn't matter. The mod and the XML will be read no matter where it is. Doesn't matter whether it's up here or anywhere. You know what I mean? It's just a personal thing, formatting thing for me, just to make it easy for myself so I know where everything is. If I have a consistent kind of way to do an XML, I know where everything is straight away. It's like it'll be kind of like second nature. You just I could just fly down to the particular section because I know where everything is. Again, I just like to tidy up the XMLs here. No one needs to do this. It doesn't make any difference. It doesn't help the mod or improve the mod. It's just a formatting thing for my personal use. So yeah, all these are going to have to be moved out. So you see that there, look. So all the design configurations are going to have. They're not even in the right order. So he's design configuration 7 and then 6. So you really need to keep these in kind of in a certain order, right? So you have design configurations, design configuration 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it goes to 7, right? So in order to keep things nice and tidy, I put it here. All right. So we have 6, 7, and you delete this. Now, under design configurations, then, if you have a configuration sets, with which this one does, see configuration sets, see this? So I like to have this at the bottom as well, under the under here. All right, so down here. Okay. And then I'm going to obviously delete this section here because you don't want to duplicate it. All right. So once again, what I tend to do now, no one needs to do this, but this is just the way I like to do it. I tend to move this stuff in. Look, to kind of keep it all kind of formatted and tidy and stuff. All right, so that's the kind of stuff that I would do. No, I'm probably not going to do all of this on stream. You know what I mean? Because it's going to take a long time and it's going to be really, really boring for people. But that's kind of just kind of the basics of it. You have your i3D mapping, wearable, washable, foliage bending, AI. You have your configuration options here. So you can have this. You can have 8 design configurations, right? In terms of giants, there's 7 at the moment on this mod. You have a base material and a design material. I don't know if there's any rim color options on this thing. It doesn't look like it. So dischargeable base material. We'll have to look for sounds. So some of these mods, when they're converted from 19 to 22, some of the sounds are left over. So there are sound sections in the XML that shouldn't be there because they're legacy FS19 entries. So let's take a look and see, can we find if there's any sound entries that are left over. That's kind of a legacy 19 thing. 78 horsepower. Backwards speed 45. For a Mini, would a Mini Cooper be 45 reverse speed? I have no idea. Drivable, enterable section. Those are for the kind of the camera, or, entering the vehicle and that type of thing. Dashboard section should be kind of self-explanatory. Turn lights, reverse lights, brake lights, default lights. The rear lights, the high and lows. License plates. Only got one at the back. Some of this stuff I understand, some of it I don't. Some of the values and that type of thing I don't particularly understand. So Mini Cooper 1965, 7,830 horsepower. Audio memory usage. So what you can do as well, if you kind of get stuck, if you're not sure about things, what you can do is you can just go to the base game files, right? And you can find a similar vehicle. So this is obviously a car, right? So what you can do then is, you can pick up the 1986 pickup. And then what you can do is you can kind of compare them and see what's different. That type of thing is you can swap from one to the other. No, Tony, we're not making it 500 bloody horsepower. Oh my God. Ugh. You're so Mr. Unrealism. It's unbelievable. So, yeah, you can swap from one to the other and kind of see, what maybe, if something is missing, if that makes sense. I wouldn't be changing the values or anything. You just kind of you'll get used to what. So, for example, some of the FS19 mods, say the schema overlay and the map hotspot would be missing, right? So you would look at the pickup 1986, and then you would put the entries in here. Look, like here, right? So it depends. Each mod is different. You just kind of look over it and see if there's something missing that maybe you should put in and that type of thing. So that's kind of good enough. I'll do that properly, offline and make sure she's fully tidied. So there's a camera outside the component because I've added that, obviously. No, there seems to be a missing map on the Generation Dirt 2. Where's that under? Under main? Thought I already had done that. I thought I had already done that. Run it through again. So we've got unused files here, look. Right, so we'll see this pickup wheel. What I want to try and do now is let me empty my recycle bin first. Delete that. Let me run it through. I'm going to delete this. See this file here? I'm going to delete that. Let's see what happens when I delete that. See if any errors come up. Okay, so that should be fine. There's no errors, so that's good. So Jesus, we haven't. So each time you run it, so see this, look, see the way there are now 3 entries down here, look, see that? All right. Each time you run this file through, you will get this different results. So you have to run it again and again and again. At least that's my experience. You just have to constantly just keep running it, like until you start to clean out all this stuff. So that's fine. I can now get rid of we got rid of that file. Now we have to this one needs to be remapped. Right, let's try and find the glass next. So once again we have to move to the other camera. Okay, I'm going to just save it like that. Now let's try and find the glass next. I think that's what we need to do. Just give me a second there, guys. Right, so the glass is next. So we need to find the window glass. That is obviously used on the thingies here. Why is there a transfer? I don't know why that's there. So I could probably move the edit camera into the main here. And that should get rid of the that error. So I move it to there, look. And then I can delete this one. Delete this one. Okay, I'm going to hide that. Okay. Save that again. Now we need to find the bloody mirrors or the windows, the glass. Look, here it is. See that? Okay. So we have the files here. So this needs to be remapped as well, look. So it's pointing to this, right? Now we need to find and point it to this, see? So you're remapping, right? Then we have the dirt on the glass, look. So it's under dirt, it's under textures, dirt, glass dirt underscore DDS, right? So it's here. So now we need to remap it to this. And then you save it. All right, so you look for it again. Generation dirt 2. So you're going to have to go through each entry and basically remap everything. Front light. So it's quite a slow process. Because as I said, you do have to remap kind of each individual entry. So now that's in main. Clear plastic. Let's see. This is dirt as well. Red. Generation dirt 2. Red again. Main. So that's been remapped. Save that. Right, now let's go out again and let's see if the that glass file has now been successfully remapped and we can delete it. See that again? So glass dirt 2 is showing up as unused now. So what I'm going to try and do here, right, is I'm going to go in here. I'm going to delete this one now, right, because it's already in here. See that one? So we have the glass dirt is in the main folder and we have it here, right? So what I'm going to try and do now is I'm going to delete this and see if any errors show up. If any errors show up, I have to put the file back in because so there's no errors showing, right? And we no longer have any unused files, right? So that means that then that the glass dirt, so this file here has been successfully remapped, right? So it was just on the window, on the the windows, right? So that is good. So we got rid of that one. So we're going to leave these alone, right? So these are your brand. You have your icon mod for the mod hub, the little small one, and then you have the store icon, right? So this one is still left over. So this generation where dirt 2. So you're going to have to keep on remapping, basically. You're going to have to go through every single thing. So once again, I need to view the edit camera. See that? So that I saved that one. So here's your edit camera here. All right. Steering wheel rotation. Now let's look at the steering wheel and see if there's anything on that. Let's see what's on there. So we have default specular and default normal. That is fine. It's a tangent. We don't need to touch that, and we don't need to touch that. Generation wear dirt 2. Where is that? Let's take a look at this here and see what is this. So there's a ring or something around here. Now, why does he need generation wear dirt 2 in the interior? In my opinion, he doesn't need that. So I'm going to change this to default specular because it's inside. You know what I mean? Generally speaking, the interior vehicles, they dirt inside the vehicles, in my opinion, doesn't really matter that much. I know some people like it, but I'm not. I don't think it's necessary to have exotic, dirt and wears inside. Do you want a custom dirt and wear for the leather steering wheel? Do you want a custom dirt and wear for the fabric cloth here on the seat, or if this was a leather seat? Do you want custom bloody dirt and wear on all these surfaces inside? In my opinion, it's just a waste of file sizes and resources to have, a custom dirt and wear inside. Obviously, on the outside, that matters more. But that's just my, my personal opinion. Everyone has their own, say, point of view on that. So these are the needles. So this is your dashboard here. Now we're going to have to look at these here. So you have the needle here, look, and this is the tangent, right? So one of the things I do here as kind of a learning process, see, what I do here with this one, I put it to default specular and then default normal. Because this is a physical needle, you know what I mean, a plastic needle inside. So that's that one there. And it is marked as a tangent. You have the temperature needle. So Giant's editor has already done this for me. Look, see that? They've already filled that in. And then we have the needle too, or the oil, I should say. That's already been done. And then we have the fuel needle. And that's been done as well. So we can save that. Now let's see if there's any custom shaders or anything associated with this. So look, it's using there. So this is what we're looking at. Right. So this particular mod here is using it's using a legacy shader. It's using the dashboard symbol shader from Farming Simulator 19. Right. Now if you go to Farming Simulator data shaders, right? So these are the 22 shaders, right? But there's another one up here. Data. No, Farming Simulator data. FS19 support and then shaders, right? So these are all the kind of the legacy shaders from 19, right? So you have the dashboard symbols shader from FS19, right? Now, what we want to do is we want to convert that to 22, right? So we need to remap this, and we need to look at what's going on down here. I'm going to take a picture of this. A second. Let me move this out a little bit so you can kind of see what it is here. I'll take a picture of this here, just in case something changes or something. So let's go down there and see if there's anything using anything custom or anything. So the variation is none. Dashboard symbol shader. It doesn't look like it doesn't look like it's using anything. So you have the material. Alpha blending is off. Right, so let's try this. Let's see what happens, basically. Data. No. Farming Simulator 22. Data. Shaders. Now, do we go to glow shader or... Ooh, that's a good question. So it's just the bloody needle. Is this needle emissive, I wonder? I wonder, is the dashboard symbol shader? So it must be emissive then. If it's using a dashboard symbol shader. So, I don't know, shit. We're going to go up to glow shader and see what happens. Oh, God, see that? See the way it changed? No. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do with that one now. See, I don't know if these are emissive or not. Custom emit. It wasn't using a custom emissive, was it? I'm going to exit out. I'm going to go back in again. I'll have to consult with MyGameSteam on this. I mean, I don't know if these are emissive. So, will they illuminate at nighttime? That type of thing, the needles, so you can see see them at nighttime. Plastic smooth colored needles. I don't know if these are so you have the base color here, look, 001. See that? Look, I could make it red if I wanted to. See that? Let's just leave it like that at the moment so I can see the damn thing. Let's try this again. Glow shader. So the attributes are not showing up here, look. Excuse me. Zero dot zero one. Light control 0. I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. I have to admit, I don't think these emit. I think these are just vehicle shaders. I don't know. Because it will not allow me to adjust the color to match what it was originally. It's not that one. It's not that one either. Back out again. And don't save, obviously. I'm going to move the vehicle shader. I don't think they illuminate. They're just plastic. I don't know. You know, if you turn on the, if you turn on the lights at night, will this needle illuminate? I don't know. Um, I guess what we could do, we could test it in game and see what happens. We could do it. Let's try that and see what it looks like at nighttime in the game. See if the needle is actually emissive. Okay, now that's fine. That should allow us to put the mod in the game, and we can also see if there's any errors in the log as well. All right. So the file size now is 21.5. So when you add bitmaps to a mod that previously had no bitmaps, the file size will increase. All right, just to be aware of that. Because bitmaps, bitmaps, it uses file size and stuff like that. Let's just check this and see whether that needle actually is emissive. All right, so here's your Mini Cooper. So I want to demonstrate to you as well why that thing I mentioned about the name of the vehicle as well. So I don't know why modders kind of leave it the way it is. Right, it'll take a second for this to load in, and then we can check and see if there's any log errors in game on this thing. I sure hope my PC or my laptop can handle Farming Simulator 25 based on some of the stuff I've read online in terms of what's coming into the game. Jesus. We've got so we always do this. Oh, that's the vector. That's a different mod. So we're looking at the Mini Cooper here to see if there's any errors on it. Obviously the vector has errors. That's from the beetroot. That's from the premium expansion. See that the beetroot? They're just performance warnings. That again is from Elm Creek, so you can ignore that one as well. That's just a performance warning because of my graphics settings. What you're looking for is errors or warnings on the mod itself, not stuff in the base game map. Right, so the log is clean there. There's a lot more options on this mod than I initially thought. I do like the look of it though. It's a nice little mini and stuff like that. So I said MyGameSteam already has this out for Farming Simulator 22, but it has simple IC rather than interactive control. So we've been updating all his mods and that type of thing. So there's your vector. So there's your outside camera view, Tony. Look, right. So as I said, sometimes if you go into a Giants editor and you start messing with the file, the cameras will break. You know what I mean? So that's why if you create an edit camera, it means that you're not going to be messing with it. So now we need to go to nighttime, and we need to. So we need to look at the dashboard basically. So they are emissive. Look, you see that? Look, you can clearly see they are emissive. So they do use glow shader, and they're bloody red. So this, as I said, uses Simple IC. I don't have Simple IC installed, so it's not going to show up. Right. Okay, so I now know that these things are red, and they do illuminate at night time. And it could be a backlight. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do there. I don't know how I'm going to... If I'm going to keep it at symbol shader or move it up to the glow shader. Go to the edit camera again. Let's create a light here just to see shine a light inside here. I don't know. Clearly, those needles are black. So I don't know where they're being read in in game. They're definitely black. Because they are black, because I can change the bloody color, look. So they are absolutely 100% black. So look, see, when I change it to glow shader, that's what happens. Custom emissive map. I want to be custom emissive. It's not going to be custom emissive. Additive color scale. It's not going to be that, is it? Why would it be additive color scale? It's not going to be that one. No, it's not that. And it's not static light. Because that is not changing. I don't think it's this either. No, it's not that one. So even if I use vehicle shader, it's not that either. And the color on that won't change either, look. So it's not color mask. So I don't know what it is. We're probably going to have to consult with MyGameSteam about that and see why. You know, I don't want to touch stuff that I'm not sure about. That type of thing, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to obviously break the bloody mod. So I only will change stuff that I'm 100% sure about. You know what I mean? And then I'll let it. If anything I'm not sure about, I just basically pass it off to my game Steam. Set that as a tangent. There are no custom textures at the bottom, look. But the base color, you can change the base color of this. I just don't know what it would be. I said normally that would be glow shader. No, I'm just not sure. I'm not going to touch it. I'll let my game Steam do that one. Right, let's move on from that. Right, let's just check the rest of it. Dashboard symbol shader. Wipers, AI collision trigger, mirrors. I generally don't touch the mirrors. So he has the mirrors here. So he has it as a tangent. Has he got high quality mirrors in that? It looks like he does. Is there a dashboard mirror? There is. I'm going to take off the tangent on that one. I'm going to leave that for now. I'm not going to add anything to that just in case. The collisions. Let me check the base game cars and see the collisions that Giants have on, would say, from the 1987 pickup, or 86, I should say. So they have collisions on the front here, look. So they have 1, 12, 13, and 21. This has 1, 13, and that's it. So I'm going to add 12 and 21 to this. So we have the main color. We need to remap this as well. The design color. Okay, and we save that one. The glass has been done. So now we need to start in all this. So each one of these needs to be redone as well. Dashboard structure. Where's that one? Oh, that's underneath, look. That's that one there. The nickel. That's needs remapping. So each one of these, once again, needs to be mapped. Sometimes Giants Editor will convert them over, and sometimes it doesn't. You just have to kind of go through it all one by one, basically. Main, that's main. That's main. So it's starting to learn. Look. So this one needs converting over. Look. So some of them, sometimes it'll convert some of them and not others, and you have to just keep going through it. Look. What's that? I don't know what that is. Oh, it's here. Look. Ah. I don't know what that is. Is that? Oh, that must be. Oh, that's for the license plate. So that's the default specular. I'm going to leave that alone. So that's for to illuminate the license plate. What's going on over here? So you've got these pieces, these plastic pieces here. Look. All right. That's a tangent. So I'm going to put a normal map in that one. It's fine. Look. Nothing freaky has happened when I did that. I want to see. He's got this named screws plus plate. I want to see if he has that mapped. He doesn't. So because he doesn't have that mapped or anything, I'm gonna. I don't like the way that that plus sign. So once again, I'm gonna have to change this one over. And this as well. Save every time. So this is the interior. Default specular. Default specular. What's that? 1 second there. Let's take a look at this here. So some piece underneath here. Can't really see it. That's a tangent. We're going to go with default specular on that. Look at this piece here. This is the grill piece. That's a tangent. that piece there. That piece there. Save that. So we go to the seats next. Default specular. Interior is next. Default specular. So we're looking for anything that's missing I'm missing a default specular or a normal map. If it's a tangent. Screws. What's this? The hell is that? So that's a tangent. I'm hesitant to touch that. I don't like touching mirrors because it's easy to break them. So I'm going to take off the tangent on that one. So what's next? Oh, we don't want to touch that one. So these are the turn signal indicators, so that we have to take a tangent off that. Save that. Is that using a custom? That's using vehicle shader. So what's this one? Oh, that's the mirror up here, look. So I'm going to take a tangent off that as well. Then we have the engine. So I don't know what the hell this is. Don't know what that is. You're not going to see it that much. I mean, so that's the engine. Ay. I don't know about this, to be honest. I'm going to do this. And hopefully I didn't break the bloody mod by doing that. So there is no engine. I thought there was an engine in this. No, there isn't. Yeah, there's no engine inside. What are these things? What's going on here? So the little piece is here. And it's got a little piece here, look. Alright. Just gonna put parts on that. I don't like the way that was So that's a tangent as well. Oh, I see. It's a little it's a little Austin Cooper label. Look, you have these pieces here. Look. So that's a tangent. Again, I put default specular on that. You have that. Look. See that one there? Dashboard. Oh shit. Shit. So it's the decals on this one. See that? There's a decal on top of this. See that? Look. Disappears. So this is a tangent at the moment. So I don't want that. So I'm just gonna go with default specular. There you go. So up here, you have this thing here. So this should be emissive, this thing. So you've got a couple of dots. They should be illuminated. The gauge cluster. That one. That one. That's a tangent. There's an emissive map on this. There's no normal map on that one. Is there anything custom here? It's using glow shader, look. Turn light decal. So that's a tangent. We don't want that. Because it's a decal. Get rid of the tangent as well. Right, let's see that one there. Right, so it's using the dashboard symbols diffuse from 22. Static light. So that must be inside. Is there anything custom about this? Vehicle shader. Brakes. Flashers. The highs and the lows. So you've got the inside. There's a tangent on that. And then the lows. So these ones here. Okay, there's a tangent on that. There is. Under car. So we got the mud flaps. To remap this one as well. That's the I don't know what that is. The steering axle. Is that right? The steering axle. I believe that's the steering axle. And then add-ons. So this should be the end of it now. So we have the sides. I don't know where that is. That's fine. We have the cage. We have the front. We have the bumper bar. Needs to be remapped. That needs to be remapped. Hopefully I didn't miss any of the entries, otherwise I'm going to have to do this all again and try and find what I bloody missed. So hopefully I won't have to do that. Oh God, please don't tell me I have to go through all of these. Save that. Have to do that one as well. Color. That one is done. The grill. Do this one as well. The glass. Lord have mercy. The static. Jeez, there's a lot of lights in this thing. Holy shit. Static. So he's nothing on the static look. Let's do that. The floodlights. Fog lights. So that one needs to be done as well. Color paint. That's static. Oh my god, it's so many lights. Holy crap. Look at all the bloody lights in this thing. Oh, Lord have mercy. You have to go through each entry. Because you can't rely on Giant's Editor to map or remap automatically. See, all three of those had to be done individually. I don't know what that is. It's nothing. It doesn't seem to be anything, that one. And there's nothing there. It's a cube. Leave that alone. I'm sure that's there for a reason. I'm not going to touch that one. That could be for all sorts of reasons. See what this is. What is that? Is that a collision? Those are collisions. I don't know about these ones. I'm gonna leave that one alone. They're collisions for the rack. But they're all tangents for some reason. So the vent, where the hell is the vent? Then we have the wing. Right, let's see if I screwed anything up here. Just 1 second there, guys. I don't know why there is no collision on the front. Where's the collision on the front of this thing? So it's got a collision on the top, the back, the sides. Why is there no collision on the front of this thing? I don't know. We'll have to ask MyGameSteam about that, obviously. I'm not sure if these need to be cubes or not. Or they, if they need tangents. Let me see. Let me just check that lizard again and see if it does need if it does need excuse me, tangents. That one says it doesn't. I'm thinking of stealing the collision from this and putting it on the bends or the mini here. Might not be the right way to go, but if I botch anything, thankfully MyGameSteam is there to fix anything I've broken. It's quite a bit larger as well, isn't it? No, Jesus, that's a big one. It's a little bit big, like I mean, it's the shape isn't quite right there. Look, I mean, realistically, I should probably make that smaller. Oh my God. No, no, you idiot. No, it needs to be bigger than that. See, yeah, one is about right actually. No, this one needs to be smaller. That's a little better. Look. Let's check that one again. Look, so that one extends there, right? And then you have this one here. So I'll probably God damn it, Richard. I'll probably rename this. Look. Right, just kind of keep things kind of the same. So you can kind of see where the collision ends here, look. See that? So now that one extends a little bit further than I would like, maybe. 6. But I mean, it needs to be out a little bit for AI traffic and stuff. You know what I mean? So you can't have it. You can't have it right up against the bumper. It needs to be out a little bit of distance for, collisions of other vehicles and hitting trees or buildings or whatever. That looks okay to me. So it's yeah, it's. I think that's fine. You know. So the collision ends here. Look, and that one is a little bit lower. I think that's fine. So let's look at the collision settings on this. Look. So it has 1, 12, 13, and 21. And that is 1, 12, 13, and 21. Okay, now I'm going to save that. So let's see if I want to see if this is mapped in the Mini Cooper or the XML. So it's not mapped, look. There's no entry for it. Okay, so that's fine. Now you could map it if you want to, but you don't need to really. Okay, I'll save that. I'm gonna save that. Run through the test log again and see what happens now. See if I broke anything. Right, let's see, can we locate these? The add-ons, the front bumper. Okay, the add-ons, the front bumper. So we have add-ons front bumper 2 fog lights. We have the grille. So this one here. Now this, I wonder what's going on with this. Clear plastic. So look at the index path here. 1015. So that's it there. I don't know why that's showing up. So the material, which is this here, is it using anything special? It's using vehicle shader. They're just standard. So I'm not quite sure why that would be turning up. It is a tangent. Single light. So this one here. Glass FLB. So these two here. Where is that? Oh, it's this one here, look. Tangent. Alpha blending. Yeah, alpha blending. To make sure it's translucent. Rear eye. I don't know why these are showing at the bottom. I don't see why they probably just doesn't like the material for console, probably. Zero errors. So look at that. Look, each time you run the test, see that? It will, it will show different results, I guess is the word. So the dashboard is showing something now. Visuals dashboard on. So this. Because of the emissive, look. So you see that, look. So he's got, there's that one. So there's an emissive on this one, look. And they're both the same, look. See that? And he's using a custom emissive at here, look, in the variation. So glow shader, custom emissive map. So that's why that's showing up. That's a custom thing, right? So you can ignore that. Again, that's only if you were console. You'd have to fix that. So now I want to find these. So the rubber trims are using a custom FS19 shader. So I'm assuming these rubber thingies here, look. So let's find those. Why is that? Why is it called that? What a weird name for look at this bloody name. Interior details, I'll just call it. It's just bloody easier. So that it's under add-ons, look. Okay. And then the mud flaps. So it must be this. Oh, it's a vehicle shader. So what is using a chrome rubber trim? So we're looking for where the custom shader. There it is. Look. See that? It's FS19 vehicle, no scratches. Right? Now we have to go down here and we have to make sure that the colors don't bloody change. So we'll take a picture of that so we know where we are right now. So now we have to get rid of this script. Look, see that script's the vehicle, this one. So we need to remap that now to the base game script, the vehicle shader. But look, all the attributes now are different. See that? So we can use this as our guide. Look. So this is what it originally looked like, right? So we hit the color mat 0, 1, 2, 3, blah 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 blah. So we can input the values now in here. Look. So color mat 0, right? Should be 0.4, 0.4, 0.4, and 9, right? So we just change the values here, look. So we match then exactly what it was originally, right? So the next one, column at 1 is 00015, right? $15. And the dirt is fine. The RDT is fine. Column mat 2, look. 0.7, 0.7, 0.7, and 9. Right? So we keep adjusting the values until we match it what it originally was. Color mat 3 is 0.1. So that's fine. Color mat 4 is fine. Color mat 5 is fine. Color mat 6. So all the other values are fine as well. So column at 0, 1, 0, 1, 2 needed to be changed. Column at 1, 0, 0, 0, 15. So we'll just double check here. Column at 0, 0, 0.4, 4, and 9. Okay, they're right. Column at 1, 0, 0, 0, 15. Okay, that's fine. 0, 0.7 and then 9. That's fine. Column at 3 is fine. 4, 5, 6, 7. So that should be that should be everything. Right, so that's mapped over now. So that's that one. So let's see if there's any other ones that are using a custom shader. So the plastic, the nickel, the brim. See if there's anything being used here. Screws, maybe? No. The engine, maybe? No. Interior? Parts, maybe? No. Let's see if the vehicle shader disappears now. It's probably something in the rubber section somewhere. So look, so the custom vehicle shader is still showing up here, look. Oh, that's his dashboard symbol shader. And that's the dashboard symbol shader. Now, what would happen if I get rid of this, I wonder? Will I get any errors? I did, look. I see that. Right, now we need to put that back in. So that means then that it means that the shader is still somewhere on the mod. And I don't know where it's located. So it's going to take a bloody while to find where exactly that bloody thing is. Literally could be anywhere. Could be in a spoiler. There it is, look. It's on the bloody roof. Look at that, look. So once again, we need to take the colors here. Because once I switch over to the new shader, that will change. So look, vehicle no scratches. Right, so we're going to do that one. Vehicle shader. See, all the values get reset. So color mask. Right, look, see the way it is now. Look, it's red. Look. So now you need to match the colors again. Where? Wait, what? Right, let's input the values. 0.8550001. So color map 1 has changed, look. So it should be 0.8. And then 3. Zero 0.8, 0.55. Color map 2. Is that right? It is. Okay. Yeah, look, it's back to the way it was. Look, it's the it's kind of a metallic, kind of scratch metal type look. Look. So she's back the way it was. Right. Now we'll just check the other values just in case. So they're not using anything. They're the collisions. So just quickly go through this. I think it's only just the color mat 0 and 1 that's been changed here. Look, they're all 2 to 7 is kind of the standard entry or values. So I think that's it. Dashboard symbol shader. We know what those two are. So eventually I'm gonna have to contact MyGameSteam and get those converted over and see why they won't change. So we've already looked at this. We know what that is. So, and we've seen those as well. So we can basically ignore these here. Those two entries there at the bottom. Now let me take out this one again and see if the error, if I get another error. It means that the vehicle shader, a special vehicle shader, is on something else. So there's no errors. Look. So that means now we have successfully moved it over to the standard 22 vehicle shader from the custom FS19 vehicle shader, right? So again, we can ignore these. I don't think these are anything to worry about. The dashboard symbol shader, I'm going to have to contact MyGameSteam and see how we get those moved over to 22, basically. So that's that. Okay, we have the sounds. We have the textures. No. Can we get rid of the dirt? Have we not converted everything? Hold on a second now. Let me get rid of this. So that tells me that there's still something with the generation dirt too. Are you kidding me? So I'm going to get an error now, right? Because I deleted that. We did, look. Son of a beast. So somewhere in the mod, this file is still mapped to that texture. Now you saw me, I went through every bloody thing, so I don't know where the hell it is. Are we going to have to go through every single one of these things again? We may well do, my friends. We may well bloody do. So somewhere here, there is a... Somewhere around here, there's going to be something that has not been mapped correctly. That is preventing me from deleting that file. I have absolutely no idea where it could be. I may actually go insane if I have to look through every single one of these entries again. Race bumper. Cage. I have to go through every bloody one of these things. I've already done those. Go to this one here. Engine. Interior. Screws. Seats. I don't know where it's going to be. Main color. Design color. Glass. Hooks. Exhaust. That's it, look. Son of a beast. You dickhead. Right. Hopefully that's the last bloody one. Now, if we get a an unused look, so yeah, it's worked. So now we have an obsolete file showing up, look. So see that? It's textures dirt generation where dirt 2. So basically, this folder now can be deleted, right? Now, if I run it through again, we should have a should be clean. So 0 errors, and that's what it looks like now. So that is kind of the basic, I guess, modding process. Not modding process, but the updating process, I guess. There's obviously more to it than that, but that's kind of the basics of how I personally would be updating the mod and stuff like that. Now, there's obviously a lot more to do, right? Because this needs interactive control, right? So if we go up here, right? Where is it actually? Oh, this mod has no interactive control. Oh, that is interesting. I thought this had interactive, or sorry, it has no simple IC. I thought this had simple IC. It has no animations. So why would it need interactive control? No, it has no animations. Yeah, I thought the bloody doors and the windows and I thought everything worked in this thing. But no, it doesn't. Yeah, it has no animations. So there's very little scope in terms of this mod, in terms of updating it with interactive control. I mean, you can add a few little things in this thing. Did I break the cameras on this? I broke the outdoor camera, you idiot. Oh, you son of a bitch. See that, look? I broke the outdoor camera because I'm an idiot. Son of a bitch. Um, Let me think here. The John Deere, the Gator, I think would be a good candidate for the outdoor camera to see how they've done it. View. So that's the outdoor camera. What the hell? I'm not going to touch that at the moment. Let me see what it actually looks like when I go in game. So as I said, in terms of interactive control, right? So one of our Patreon members wanted this mod to be updated to interactive control, basically. So what you could, so there are no animation. I thought this mod, I mean, I'm not familiar with every mod that MyGameSteam has. I don't use or play with all of his mods and stuff like that. I assumed this had opening doors and windows and the boot and the hood and the whole 9 yards. That's what I assumed. So, but it doesn't. So, I mean, in terms of adding interactive control, what could you potentially add? I mean, not much, to be honest. You could add engine start on and off for your interactive control. Um, I mean, so you have the key ignition here, right? So you could put the IC icon on top of this key, right? And then you click on the the arrow X or whatever, and then you'll be able to turn on the engine. There's not much you can add, realistically. I mean, it's a 1965 vehicle. You know what I mean? There's only so much you could do in terms of interactive control. I'd have to consult with my games team to see what is possible to add to this in terms of IC. My guess would be not much, but it is certainly possible. I want to get the vehicle years entry here because I want to add the vehicle years up here. So this should be 1965. I'm going to take out the Cooper. Uh, 19.6 megabytes now is the file size. It's a little bit smaller than what it was. Not by much. A little bit smaller. What am I moving there? Go in game. That's substantially smaller, but it's a little bit. Turn up our volume, maybe? So where's our Mini Cooper here, look? Right, we'll take a look at this. So that's kind of the basic kind of preliminary kind of updating and stuff like that. Obviously it's not complete. I need to look over it more, but it's kind of the basic stuff, right? So you can see there. Look, it's the Mini Cooper S. So I take a screenshot of that so I can input all the details, right? So like the horsepower, the diesel capacity, that type of thing. Now a 1965 Mini Cooper at 120 liters seems like a uh, no, you idiot, 65. So it shows you the original price. Look, combined miles per gallon, top speed was 100. So what I would do there is I would use this website as a reference to input the correct specifications. He's got a lot of it already there. Uh, Steering, brakes, tires. What I'm looking for is the diesel capacity. It doesn't seem to say how much the fuel tank was. Top speed 100 mph. Combined miles per gallon. The original price is $2,350 and 65. Doesn't seem to say. Anyways, I'll probably just find that information offline and stuff like that. So, we'll get to kind of the specifications. So what do we have in shop options here? Let's just take a look. Let's take the log. So the log is clean, look. Okay, that's from the RBR. That's a different mod. So those warnings are being generated by this mod, look. By the vector. So we have the Mini Cooper S 1965. 78 horsepower, 120 liters. I'm going to have to change that. I don't believe it had that large a tank in 65. It's probably much smaller than that. 1.5 tons. I'll have to check the weight. 80 miles per hour. We have a front bumper option here. Bumper grill. Bumper with lights. Where's the lights? I just see the bumper, but where's the lights in the bumper? Get that one there. Extra lights. So there's a light at the back. Give me 1 second there, guys. That looks weird to me. I don't know what I think of that. That looks, in my opinion, that looks stupid. Why would you have a big light on the back? I mean, the light at the rear, okay, but on the roof like that? Wide body option, okay. So you can put the different options on it. We have vent, spoilers, okay. There's a spoiler on the front as well. Okay. Alright. Interior stock. Interior cage. Oh, there's a roll cage. Okay. Change the colors. I kind of like the pink actually. So you could kind of change the we have the license plate at the back. That's it. Oh, I've been messing around with the sound schemes for the RBR. So the stairs here has sound schemes now. So I'm still kind of tweaking this. Okay. Let's go back to the Mini. Let's check the camera views to make sure I didn't break anything. So she goes 80 mph. So she is not getting above 67. Oh no, 68. Right, let's get her on the highway stretch here. So she's She's a UK car, obviously, so it's on the opposite side. You know, this is the way that, you know, you're supposed to, you know, drive is on the the right hand side here. Not like you bloody Americans with your crazy road systems and steering wheel locations. No, she won't go above 68. Don't know what's going on there. So, well, I'll have to look at talk to MyGameSteam about that. I wonder, is the XML limiting it? So the top speed is a well, I mean, they said it was bloody it was 100. The specs said it was bloody 100. That says 130. Could be something in the gear ratios or something that's holding it back. Then again, the people kind of, you know, it is a mod and people like to have fun, you know. So when I turn off the lights, right, that the needle is black. You see that? No, I don't know if you can see this, all right? Let me show you. Speed up a bit. So that needle is black, right? So when I turn on the light, it goes red. You see that? You see that, look? Color changes. Now, I don't know if that's just the light hitting it or what. I don't know. Oh! Holy crap. That's kind of what it looks like inside. I said there's nothing in here in terms of so there's no key animation. The pedals don't work. So you can see the character inside. Right, so if I'm moving backwards and forwards, he's not shifting gears or anything. His hand isn't on the gear shifter, so that's not animated either. So we got 3 light stages here, look. 4, I'd say. That light at the back doesn't work. Why doesn't that light at the back work? That one works. Oh, go! Crap. I wonder if there's a special button for this or something. There may be, you know, look. Oh, there is. Look, you can turn the light, look. Aha! So now I kind of get it. So yeah, you can turn the thingy here, look. That's kind of cool. Fasten and unfasten tension belts. Ah, now I know why there's tension belts. Ah, it's for the roof. That light at the back is not working. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. I don't know why that is. It's possible I broke something. Ah, look what I broke. Look, I broke it. Look. Look, I broke it. So what did I break? Let me check there. What did I break? I don't think I need the edit camera. It's not causing any issues. So I'm going to just use the outdoor camera. What did I break? These. I broke these, look. I broke them. Non-CPU collision mesh. What the hell is a non-CPU collision mesh? CPU mesh. I know that I've broken something here. Right, I'm gonna have to probably I'm gonna have to consult with MyGameSteam. I changed something obviously. I remember I did something with this. Didn't I take off did I take off the tangent on this? I think that's what it was. I think I took off the tangent, didn't I? I think that's what it was. Let's just see if that's what it was. Uh, House of the Dragon. Is anybody watching House of the Dragon? Um, Episode 2 is out, I guess, in the US. I don't watch the show myself. I kind of lost interest in Game of Thrones after the debacle that was season 7 and 8. I think it was a disaster. A once great show ruined. You just watched it. Okay. Be interesting to see how many seasons that thing gets. You idiot, Richard. I didn't bloody moron. I didn't input the, I didn't tick the box. Don't know about that lime green color. I might switch up that icon and give it a different color. Maybe like, I don't know, like like the James Bond, the DB, whatever the hell, kind of a silver metallic kind of look. I think maybe I'd change the color on this thing. Wasn't that long clean? Let's see. I'm going to go through the options here. See, can I just trigger a warning? All right. There's a warning on these lights. Where the hell is that bloody thing coming from? Where, Tony? If you see a professional streamer, please point him out. I've broken something here, chat. I have broken something here. Obviously. So I think what I'll probably do is I'll probably get the original MyGameSteam mod again from his website and kind of compare it and see what I broke and that type of thing. But there's obviously I've changed something there. Obviously, that is generating those. So there must be some setting here that I've altered or whatever. So I think what I'll do is I'll probably just fix that offline and stuff like that. I'll be going now for I don't know what is it. Yeah, 3 hours. Jesus Christ. I don't normally stream that long. An hour is probably enough for me and that type of thing. Holy shit, 3 hours. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it there, my friends. I'm going to shut the game down before I go though. So what I'll do is I'll basically I'll fix that offline and stuff like that, and because the mod needs to be updated anyways, because someone has requested it. So, but anyways, I don't know. Maybe you learned something or not. Maybe it passed away a couple of hours, whatever. I don't know. But they give you a little bit of an insight into how at least I kind of approach updating a mod. And like with anything, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to, you know, that's why Test Runner is a great tool, because you can run it through the tool, go in game, you see if there's any errors or warnings or whatever, and you just eliminate them one by one as you go along until your log is clean and stuff like that. But making mistakes is part of the modding process. I've yet to meet any modder who hasn't made some kind of mistake, and a lot of the times they're just silly, forgetful mistakes, that type of thing. Right. I'm going to leave it there, my friends. I'm going to say thank you all very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. I was actually going to discuss something about Giant Software and FS25, but as it turned out, my brain was elsewhere. It's probably for the best. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I appreciate it, and God willing, we shall see you again. Take care. Bye bye.